So we've talked about before how these devices range from low tech to high tech. These are devices that help someone with a disability just kind of go through their daily life. So a low tech example can be something as simple as a highlighter. So someone who reads maybe this will help with memory. And then we have things like scissors. So you'll notice there are 4 holes here. This is so someone can do hand over hand and teach the child how to cut scissors. So those are low-tech examples. Another example of scissors is this is switch adapted. So you plug in your switch and it will cut your scissors electronically. That's more of a mid-tech example. So another example to daily living are the reachers, and I think a lot of people just have these in their home to help them reach up high. You think about somebody who's in a chair, this can really help them navigate their house. And then something as simple as a slant board for a child who's working on writing skills. This might help them to write more easily than being able to do that on a flat surface. So it's also important for someone with a disability to be able to be in control of their environment. So if you think about if you're in the car with someone or if you're listening to music that you don't really like, that's not being person-centered. So this is something that helps a person with a disability have control over a music player. You see they have larger buttons. It connects by Bluetooth, so they control music like on a phone. And then controlling your television. You see right here, this is just a typical remote you program to a TV. You can put switches in here to turn it on and off, to change the channels, and to change the volume. And then also we have environmental controls like Amazon Echo. This is an Echo Dot. And this is an example of assistive technology that was not created for someone with a disability, but can be used by that person. Okay, and this is a PowerLink. So PowerLink is a great way to switch adapt something that has an on and off switch, like a typical device like a lamp. You can turn a blender on and off with a switch. Another example is a fan. So, and a music player. So if you have like an old tape player or CD player, you can use this device to program that item. So we have some items here that are for people who are on what's called a sensory diet. And these are items that help to produce a calming effect, which is great for focusing in the classroom. This is a wiggle seat. You see, it's very flexible. The child can sit on this and they can get that vestibular input, that movement, and be able to focus without being a disruption in the class. This is an example of a weighted vest. So it has little sandbags in here that produce pressure on the body, and that can have a calming effect. And then this is especially good with someone with autism. A child might have a hard time being in an assembly where it's especially loud. And so wearing these earmuffs can keep them calm and keep them from being a distraction. And so we've set up a PowerLink here for an example of how to use one. We have it set up to turn on this lamp, and here's our switch out here. I have it to where it offers direct selection. So you push the switch and it turns it on. You let go of the switch and it turns it off. You can also put it in a different mode. It's called latch mode. So you press the switch, it stays on. You press it again to turn it off. And then finally, there's a time second mode. So you push the switch, it turns it on, and then turns it off after the allotted time. So this is just an important way to continue to teach those switch skills so that they can use those later on in their life. So this is an Echo Dot. It is an example of a product from Amazon to allow you to use your voice to turn an appliance on and off in the home. So Alexa, turn on lamp. Alexa, turn off lamp. And this is the beams. This is another example of a toy or item that was not created specifically for people with disabilities, but it can certainly be used by them. So this allows someone to use a large hand movement to play a device. So we're going to play some music just by waving our hand and breaking the beams. So there are lots of songs that you can download, lots of opportunities to play songs that maybe you wouldn't have had if you had a disability.